All right, let's dive right in today. Retirement, it's on everyone's mind, right? And especially how to make sure your money lasts as long as you do through those golden years and everything.
That's a big one, yeah.
Big question. So we're going to try to unpack some of that today. We're going to explore this thing called the American Equity IncomeShield 10 Annuity. Sounds pretty fancy, right?
Uh-huh.
We found some interesting info on this from Diversified Insurance Brokers. You familiar with those guys?
Oh, yeah, they've been around forever. Good reputation.
Yeah, solid. So before we get too deep into the weeds on this particular annuity, maybe just kind of, for anyone who might be new to this whole world, just the basics. What is an annuity? Break it down like I'm 5 years old.
Okay, so think of it like a personal pension. You put in some money, and it gives you back regular income payments later on. It's all about that steady cash flow for retirement.
Yeah, that sounds pretty appealing, especially, when you're thinking about like not having that regular paycheck anymore and you're living off your savings. That can be kind of scary.
It is. There are a lot of people who are really worried about running out of money in retirement. So an annuity can help address that fear.
For sure. So let's bring it back to this specific one, this IncomeShield 10. What makes this one special? What makes it stand out from all the other annuities out there?
Well, this one, the big draw here is something called guaranteed lifetime income. You're literally getting a paycheck every month, no matter how long you live, even if the market goes crazy, no matter what.
Okay, so that sounds like it addresses that fear pretty directly, that fear of outliving your savings.
Absolutely.
Okay, so, but, everyone's heard those horror stories about annuities, like you get locked in or there are all these fees and it's hard to understand what's going on. So, like, how does this IncomeShield 10 address those concerns?
Well, first off, the 0% floor is huge. Your initial investment, it's protected. So even if the market tanks, you won't lose your principal.
Oh, okay. So that takes away some of the risk, right?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people are worried about market volatility, especially in a retirement. They don't want to see their savings disappear overnight.
Right.
So this helps to provide peace of mind.
Okay, so that's the 0% floor.
Yeah.
What else? What other bells and whistles?
Well, they also offer a 10% premium bonus. That means they add 10% to your initial investment right off the bat.
Wait a minute. They give you free money.
It's pretty sweet. It increases the value of your annuity from day one.
Okay, so a 10% bonus. Now, I'm already thinking, okay, there must be a catch, right? Like higher fees or something down the line.
Yeah, you always want to look at the fees associated with any financial product, and annuities are no exception.
Right. Always read the fine print.
Exactly. But that bonus can make a significant difference in the long run. It's all about comparing and seeing what works best for you.
So, okay. Let's talk about how the money actually grows in this annuity. Because you're putting money in, and obviously you want it to grow over time.
Right. So you actually have some choices with the IncomeShield 10. There's a fixed interest option, which is pretty straightforward, like a savings account. You know what interest rate you're getting.
Safe and steady. Yep, I got it.
Exactly. But then they also have options that are linked to market performance.
Okay, so potentially higher returns.
Exactly. But of course, with higher potential returns comes higher risk.
Yeah, the age-old trade-off.
Yep. So it really depends on your risk tolerance. If you're someone who's, a little more cautious, the fixed interest option might be appealing. If you're comfortable with a little more risk and you're hoping for higher returns, you might go for one of the market-linked options.
Got it. So you've got choices there. Now, you keep mentioning this guaranteed income for life. What is that exactly? How does that actually work?
So the way that works is you add on something called the Lifetime Income Benefit Rider. We call it the LIBR for short. This rider, it's basically a contract that guarantees you'll get those regular income payments for the rest of your life.
No matter how long that is?
No matter what. So you don't have to worry about outliving your savings. It takes the guesswork out of retirement planning.
Okay, so that sounds pretty good. I'm liking this. Now let's get into the details, the nitty-gritty. What are the different ways you can actually get those payments? You said like a monthly paycheck. What are the options there?
Yeah, so with the LIDR, you have some flexibility there too. You can choose a level income stream, so you get the same amount every month.
Okay, steady and predictable.
Exactly. But if you're concerned about inflation, you can also choose payments that increase over time, so your buying power stays strong.
Yeah, because the last thing you want is for your money to be worth less and less every year, especially as you get older and maybe those healthcare costs start to go up.
Right, exactly. So they've got options there to help you with that.
So, okay, we've got our 0% floor, we've got our 10% bonus, we've got our guaranteed lifetime income. But life happens, right? What if you have an emergency? What if you need to access your money before, you hit retirement age or whatever?
Yeah, that's a good point. The IncomeShield 10, it does allow for some flexibility there. You can actually withdraw up to 10% of your money each year without any penalty.
Okay.
That starts after the first year, though.
After the first year, okay.
So, if you have an unexpected medical bill or you need to make a home repair, you have some access to your funds. You're not completely locked in.
Right. It's good to have options. It's good to have that safety net, like we were saying.
Exactly. It's all about peace of mind.
Okay, last question. What happens to the money if, knock on wood, something happens to you?
Well, there's a death benefit built in. So if you pass away, your beneficiaries would receive the full contract value. That includes the bonus. It's all there for them.
Oh, okay. So that's nice. Your loved ones are protected.
And absolutely, it's a way to leave a legacy for your family.
Okay, so it sounds like there's a lot to like about this IncomeShield 10, but, every rose has its thorn. What are some of the potential downsides or drawbacks that people should be aware of?
Sure. I think the main thing to keep in mind is that when you purchase an annuity, you're generally giving up some liquidity.
Meaning you can't just access all of your money whenever you want.
Right. You're committing a portion of your savings for the long term. It's a trade-off, right? You're getting guaranteed income, but you're giving up some flexibility. And as with any financial product, you want to be absolutely sure it aligns with your individual needs and circumstances.
Yeah, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution.
Exactly. And it's also really important to compare different annuities from different providers to make sure you're getting the best possible deal. That's where a company like Diversified Insurance Brokers can be super helpful. They can help you navigate all the options and find the best fit for your situation.
They're the experts. They can help you make sense of all the fine print.
Absolutely.
Well, this has been super informative. I think we've covered a lot of ground here today. But as our listeners are, mulling over all this information and thinking about their own retirement plans, what's like one big question that they should be asking themselves?
I think the biggest question is, how important is guaranteed income to you? And what trade-offs are you willing to make to get it? Are you okay with giving up some liquidity? Are you comfortable with potentially lower returns in exchange for that peace of mind?
Those are really good questions to think about because ultimately retirement planning, it shouldn't be about just the numbers. It should be about like your lifestyle. How do you envision your retirement? What do you want it to look like? And then you can work backwards from there.
Absolutely. Retirement should be a time to enjoy the fruits of your labor, not stress about money. So taking the time to plan and explore all your options is crucial.
Well said. And, taking this deep dive today, this is a great first step. Knowledge is power, right?
Yeah.
So to our listeners, thanks for joining us. Keep learning, keep asking questions, and keep planning for that dream retirement.
You got it.
And we'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.
See you then.
Bye.